Don't judge me. Y'all better not judge me. Just listen. Don't judge.
Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree for me. I've been an awful good girl, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight.
One of the best and worst things about being a YouTuber is the editing. I love putting clips together and finding music to go with the vibe, but staring at a computer screen for hours can bring lots and lots of headaches, eye pain, migraines, just from the blue light coming back at me. But thanks to these blue light blocking glasses from Firmoo, I don't have that problem. I can look sleek and stylish while getting my work done. Firmoo glasses come in this beautiful case. And one thing about them that I love is the tons and tons of styles that they offer. They offer frames with blue light blockers, prescription, or just fun frames that you can have with no prescription at all. All glasses come in this really cute teal case, and the glasses come exactly how they look in the pictures. I love these. Y'all know my obsession with light purple. So y'all know I grabbed me a purple pair. And I love the black detailing on the sides to give it a little bit of a two-tone vibe going on. We love that. So now I can scroll TikTok, Instagram, or any other apps and just have fun without worrying about the blue light giving me those migraines. And they're actually really stylish too. I love how these frame my face. So now I can focus on what I love without worrying about the eye pain from the blue light. Go ahead and check out Firmoo in the description box below. You can use my code here for 50% off. Busting out YouTube videos takes hours and hours, so I gotta be comfortable. Thanks to these MeetHoo thermal pajamas, I can do that. Y'all, these are super comfortable. Tons and tons of stretch. These really cute body contouring thermals are really where it's at for the cold weather. I don't like to be cold. I cannot stand being cold. I get an attitude. I can't think. I can't do anything. The only thing I want to do is get in my bed. So thanks to these super thick and stretchy thermals from MeetHoo, I don't have to worry about having a blanket around, carrying a blanket around the house and trying to stay warm. These are actually really good for layering as well if you live in colder climates, and not to mention they give you a nice little sexy curvature. We love that. They're soft, warm, tons of different colors to choose from, and they do give you that really cute body contouring, so you're not walking around the house looking like a grandma while trying to stay warm. Go ahead and check out MeetHoo in the description box below, and let's get into today's video. Hey y'all. So I'm getting ready to shoot another video for y'all, but I'm gonna put on a little makeup for that video. So I figured, why waste precious time when I could talk to y'all while I do my makeup? So y'all know that little trend going around, which I think is so cute. The we listen and we don't judge. And then people say like something that's, you know, like a confession kind of. I thought that was too cute. And y'all know me, I'm an open book. And I love like letting y'all in and letting y'all kind of like really get to know me. So I'm going to do we listen and we don't judge. So y'all can really get to know like the real Radie. So let's just get into it. We listen and we don't judge. So one time, I don't think I'm going to put no time limits on these because I don't want y'all to try to piece stuff together. Y'all know them internet sleuths be trying to piece shit together, but there was this one time back in the day, I was living with my homeboy Trevor. Me and my best friend Trevor. Y'all have seen him on the channel multiple times. Anyway, we had an apartment together when we were younger. And my boyfriend was over at the time. And I forgot what we had got into. We had gotten into an argument. It was pretty heated. I don't remember what it was about. I have no clue. I just remember pulling back and batting the piss out that nigga. I mean, it's not funny. It's not funny. Domestic violence is not funny. You shouldn't be putting your hands on people. I get it. I was younger and he tried me. And this was, like I said, this was a long time ago. But, yeah, so Trevor was there. I think it was Trevor, the dude I was talking to, the dude's homeboy, and like one of my homegirls. It was like I don't know if he was drinking or what, but he had said something that pissed me off. I remember we were in the hallway and we was going back and forth, and Trevor like came up like, y'all chill, y'all tripping, da da da. And before, I think I reached over Trevor and just pow back. When I tell you I slapped the shit out this nigga. And Trevor said he got scared. He was like, oh my God, now I'm gonna have to fight this nigga, da 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 da. I forgot what happened, but we kind of like diffused it. I think he was like caught off guard because he kind of like sat down like, whoa. Like she really just slapped me. Yeah, I slapped the shit out that nigga. Do I feel bad? I don't feel bad, but I don't do that no more. I don't put my hands on people. That was like immature young Radie, like back in the day before I came to my senses. That wasn't right, and I don't do shit like that no more. But yeah, there was a time. When you play with me, I'll slap you. But now I have healthier coping mechanisms. You feel me? We listen and we don't judge. All right, so one time. Okay, so one time. This was back when I was dancing. So this dude, so there's different ways to hustle, right? So one of the main ways is you actually like make friends with the customers, right? And you know, hopefully they'll like you and they become what's called like your regular, right? Sit down, chop it up with them, and just kind of like shoot the shit with them and see if they can, like, you know, if they like you and like your personality, they'll become what's called like your regular, right? I never liked doing that because it was too intimate for me. Like, I'm not about to sit up and chop it up with you. How's the wife and kids? And how was Timmy's soccer game? Like, I'm not doing that. It was just too weird for me. So my way of hustling was, it was more random. Like, I'll just be like, you want to dance? You want to dance? You want to dance? You want to dance? And I would just throw darts and see what stuck. And it worked for me. So anyway, there's this one dude, Mexican cat, who came in there. He was actually handsome. He wasn't like old and perverty. He actually looked like a young, handsome, you know, man. But he would come in, I noticed, like a lot by himself. He only want to dance with me. Like I said, I never talked to him. He just picked me out. Anyway, long story short, one day he was coming in for like, not a long time, maybe like 2 weeks. He would come in like, he came in like 2 weeks in a row. And I remember he just asked me straight up one time. He was like, I love the way you smell. How much would you charge me for your panties? I was like, what? He was like, how much would you charge me for your panties? And I was like, mind you, the panties that, okay, so in California, when you dance, you have to wear 2 layers. So you'll wear your little outfit and then like this little thong, but it's like a little $5 like little nylon thong. It's not really a thong. It's just like a piece so you can be within legal regulations saying that you have on 2 layers. They're like $5 each. I had tons of them. I had at least 40 pairs of these different colors. So anyway, he was like, so how much for your panties? And I was like, I'm thinking, even if I sold them for $25, that would have been a hell of a come up, right? So I was just fucking around. And I told him, I was like, 500. He was like, all right. I was like, what? He was like, all right. And I was like, okay. He was like, but I want them to smell like you though. He was like, can you go like, you know, like rub them in your cooch, in your booty, and then bring them back out? I was like, all right. You think I didn't do it? Y'all better not judge me. We listen and we don't judge. But I sure went to the back. I went in the back and I rubbed them up my, you know, I did like a little floss action all through there. And I brought him back on the floor. And he sure gave me $500 for them little dirty old panties. I was like, oh, bro, you're gross. But yeah, that definitely happened. We listen and we don't judge. Don't judge me. Y'all better not judge me. Just listen. Don't judge. So there was a time in my life where, so y'all know like the new me. Y'all know like the new, improved, like grown up, classy Radie. But a lot of times people who have like really in-depth personalities, like it comes from somewhere. Like it comes from either growth, education, trauma. A lot of people have a lot of depth to their personality or character because they've had a lot of character development, right? And that's my case. Like, a lot of the things I talk about in real life and on my channel, it's not just from the air or shit that I see on social media or trending topics. Like, a lot of my me, it comes from a lot of character development. So these stories are kind of like what shaped and molded me into who I am. So anyway, there was a point in my life where I was dating this guy, and he was a D-boy, to say the least. And he wasn't like a high-level D-boy, like, you know, Big Meech or nothing like that. He was just like a regular, you know, like street D-boy type dude. But he was cool. He was real cool. And so he was like teaching me like how everything went. So I'm about to use this palette by Ari, Remedy by Ari. When she had her 11/11 sale, I bought it. So this palette was only $11. It got some pretty colors. So I'm gonna use, I don't know, I'm gonna just mess around with it, play around with it for a little bit. But anyway, so this guy, which one should I do? I'm gonna do Lover, this one right here. I'm gonna do a little Lover and then a little bit of the Dubai. So Lover in Dubai. So anyway, ooh, this Crave is pretty too. No, I'm gonna do Lover and Crave and a little bit of Dubai. All right, so yeah, when I was younger, I was talking to this guy, and he was like a street hustler, you know, like a D-boy, I guess you could say. He wasn't like no big level, like Big Meech or nothing like that, but he was like, you know, low level, little D-boy or whatever. So, and we used to be together all the time. When I tell you we was together all the time, I mean like all the time. And like I said, he wasn't no high level or nothing, but like for the area that he did have on lock, like he was that dude. Like, he had a lot of customers, and like they would knock on the door day and night. Like literally we couldn't even go out to eat without dope fiends pulling up to the restaurant. Wherever we was at, he would have to leave like 2 or 3 times just to go serve somebody outside the restaurant. Like he had the trap jumping. He had the trap jumping. So anyway, sometimes he would be so busy that like he would need help, you know what I'm saying? He didn't trust nobody. So at first he had me like serving him sometimes. Like, again, y'all don't judge. Y'all better not judge me. Do not judge me. But anyway, like he would be real busy sometimes, so he would need like help like serving them. So he taught me how to like serve fiends. And like I would do it, you know what I'm saying? And then after a while we got bigger and bigger, so he was teaching me how to like, you know, buy a whole thing, break it down, bag it. And I'm talking about crack, y'all. So like at one point, like the dope fiends knew me, like they loved me. It's like we had like relationships, like we built a really solid clientele, which was crazy. Like now that I'm thinking about it, like I was really like serving fiends, like for real. Like, you know how they say, you know how like in the dope songs, you know how like in the rap songs they be like serving fiends, da, da, da. It's funny because I was really like serving fiends, like for real. And then after a while, he taught me how to like cook it and rock it and like weigh it and, you know, bag it. Like we was really like doing our thing, which is crazy. Y'all better not judge me. We listen and we don't judge. But yeah, like I guess you could say at one point I was really like selling dope, like for real. And I still know how to do it. I still know how to cook it. I still know how to weigh it. I still know how to do everything. Of course, I don't do that anymore, you guys. This is way back in the day. Don't judge me. This is the old me. Like I said, all this makes me who I am now. It's all really just character development. We listen and we don't judge. I remember this one time. This was actually like after the club one night. I was we was, you know, this is before like after hour spots. So we wanted to still party. So it was like 2 carloads of us, and we wanted to go to the casino. And because, you know, casinos are 24 hours. So the casinos from San Diego, you got to drive like, the closest one is like probably like 30, 45 minutes east. So anyway, after the club, we had wanted to go to the casino. So we're driving, but I was kind of zooted, and I do not. You should judge me. Y'all can judge me for this one, because no matter what, you should never be drinking and driving. You should never be zooted and driving. And I was both, okay, and driving. And again, this is way back in the day. I don't do that anymore. I don't suggest you do it. I'm not an advocate for it. But I'm just telling y'all my stories. Don't judge. Anyways, I was kind of zooted. And I didn't, this is my first time going to the casino. So whoever, I don't even remember who I was with, tell you the truth. Sorry, y'all. My battery went out. So I had to change my battery. So I just contoured my nose real quick. But anywho, yeah, like, so we were driving to the casino, and like I said, I was kind of lit. So I was driving really close. I was like tailgating pretty much. So I tailgated whoever was driving in front of me. I don't even remember. And I ended up getting pulled over. So when I got pulled over, like I said, I was lit. I was zooted. So I had to think quick. I'm like, dang, I don't know what to do. Like, so I had on like this little button up one piece. So I like opened up the jumper. I don't know why my brain told me to like do this from a movie. Like, I guess I had seen this in a movie. So my brain was just telling me to like act out the movie. And it worked. Like when the cop came, whoever he was should be fired. Cause like I said, I was zooted. So when the cop came to the window, like I played the role. Like I straight up, I played the role like, hey there, Mr. Officer. Like, how you doing? He's like, oh, how you ladies doing? Where you guys going? I was like, oh, we're going to the casino. We just came from work. He's like, oh, yeah? Where do you work? And I told him the club. I was like, I got free tickets. And I gave him, like, free entry to the club. He was like, oh, yeah? I was like, yeah. I was like, you're not going to pull me over, are you, Mr. Officer? He was like, oh, no. You ladies have a great night. Like, it actually worked. Like, it actually worked. And he let me go. And when I tell you I was zooted, gone. He let me go. So I think I actually tried that twice. I tried it again another time and it worked as well. Again, I don't know. Maybe they tightened up on the regulations. This was years ago. But yeah, it definitely worked. I wonder if it would work now. I don't think it'll work now. I'm old now, but back then, definitely worked. We listen and we don't judge. So when I was younger, I was a teenager. I was actually like Cece's age now, which is crazy to think because she would never. Cece, what are you doing? So this was when I was younger, like way younger. Like, I guess I caught myself trying to run away. I was bad, y'all. I was a horrible teenager. That's why I thank God for my daughter, because she would never. She's just not like me. She's nothing like me. Like, nothing. Like, she's literally the opposite of me. And when I had her, when I found out she was a girl, I was actually scared because you know what they say, like whatever you give your parents, your child's going to give you times 10. But I must have redeemed myself from all my wrongs, because when I tell you my daughter is like an angel, knock on wood, I hope she stays that way. Like, she's honestly like so, she's scary how well behaved she is. It's actually a little scary. But anywho, so I was nothing like that. I was a horrible child. I was a horrible teenager. So anywho, I guess I called myself trying to run away. And I was young too. I was probably like 13 or 14. And I just didn't come home one night after school. It wasn't even because I was angry. I was just being mischievous. I was just like, my homegirl was just proposed it to me. And I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's run away, bitch. So we had ran away. This is before cell phones, before Find My Kid. So just imagine how scary that was for my parents that I just didn't come home. You know what I'm saying? So the first night we had got away with it. And so my homegirl, she knew these dudes whose mom didn't, you know, one of the mamas who just be outside. If y'all are familiar with San Diego, they lived in John Adams Apartments, which is the apartments behind FanMart. So anyways, we ran away over there. And we would stand with them, y'all. I remember I was so hungry. I just remember being hungry. I was like, I can't do this too much longer because I'm hungry, you know? So I think we had scrounged up a little bit of money to get us some Jack in the Box, but I was still hungry. So where the apartments that we ran away to were, they were close to my church. So we had actually walked to my church. And like I said, I've been going to that church since I was a little girl. So I knew how to like basically break into my church. Which if you really think about it, if you really, really think about it, in like a more of an esoteric spiritual sense, it's crazy that I ran to the church. I don't know. Y'all know I be putting little synchronicities together. But anyway, yeah, I literally not ran, but I walked to my church. I basically broke into the church, and we went into like the kitchen of the church, and we got food because they, they stay, they got a church kitchen. It was all kind of food in there. So me and my homegirl literally ran away to my church and ate food. But in the morning, we slept there at the church, like in the little like fellowship hall. We slept there, but in the morning, I knew that they was about to have church. So as soon as the sun came up, I woke her up. I was like, hey, we gotta go. So we dipped and we went back into the apartments. And when I tell you, like, as soon as we got back to the apartments, I don't know how he found me. I don't know how my dad found me, but he found me. So y'all know my dad is Puerto Rican, but he looks white. And my homegirl who I had ran away with, she had never seen my dad. So when we was walking, she kept turning around. And the apartments are long. They're like really long. So she kept turning around. So she kept turning around. I'm walking, just having the time of my life. And she was like, why is this white man running after us? She was like, why is this white guy running after us? I turned around. It was my dad. At the time, he was still in the Marine Corps. When I tell you this nigga was running full speed at me. I turned around. I was like, oh, shit. And we started running. Y'all, I was so scared. I was so scared. Hey, my daddy didn't play. My daddy did not play. I was so scared. When I tell you, he hawked us. He hawked me down. He grabbed me. He grabbed me. He was like, I got you, Radie. I got you, Radie. Y'all, he put me in the car. Ooh. I was a horrible child. But yeah, anyway, my dad basically found me in John Adams' apartment, hawked me down, and threw my ass in the car and took me home. When I tell you that was my first and last time ever trying to run away. So that was like, what, 2 nights? Yeah, I was gone for like 2 nights. And, now that I'm grown, I cannot believe I put my parents through that. Like, could you imagine not knowing where your 14-year-old little girl was for 2 nights? I put my parents through hell. Like, that's not even funny. Like, I was going to say it's funny now in retrospect, but even in retrospect, that's not funny. Like, I could have gave my parents, like, literally heart attacks. Like, that's not cool. If my daughter did that, oh my God. Ugh. I would literally go jump off the Coronado Bridge. It wouldn't be no 2 nights. The first night, I would literally lose my shit. I wouldn't even be mad. I would just be so sad and worried. I'd probably have a nervous breakdown. Like, literally, my body would probably just go into shock. And I'd probably just go comatose or something. Couldn't imagine. I can't believe I put my parents through that. Embarrassing. But yeah, that definitely happened. We listen and we don't judge. So prom night, that's too much blush. So prom night, okay, so senior year, I went to a brand new school, right? I bounced around a lot. I don't know why, because we stayed in the same house, but freshman year, I went to a junior high school, and then sophomore and junior year, I went to a different high school, Montgomery High School, and then senior year, I went to a different school, Mount Miguel High School. So anyway, when I got to Mount Miguel, so during the summer when I was getting ready to go to Mount Miguel, I had met my boyfriend at the mall, at Plaza Bonita Mall. So I met a guy, well, he wasn't my boyfriend at the time, of course. So I met a guy at Plaza Bonita Mall, and I was like, what school you go to? He was like, I go to Mount Miguel. And I was like, okay, cool, I'm about to go there next year. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, cool. So me and him like got to know each other during the summer. He was really sweet, really nice. And we started dating. So my first day at a new school, I already had a boyfriend, which is just, I don't know why I did that. Anyway, so I came into senior year at a brand new school already like, booed up. But when I got there, I've always, not to toot my own horn, but I've always been like popular. Not popular like the baddest. Don't confuse the two. I've never been popular for being the prettiest. I've always been popular for being really cool, really personable, really silly, really fun. Like, My personality, how I am now, I've always been like that. Well, not always, but like all through high school. I've been like this since middle school. I've always been silly, goofy, crazy Radie. So when I got there and people started like, getting to know my personality and getting to know me, like I got popular, So I was like with the popular crew quick, like within a week. I was with the popular kids. It's just always been like that. I've always gravitated towards that crowd. Any setting you put me in, it's like I gravitate towards, and it's not necessarily the popular people, but it's just the people who are more extroverted, more fun, more like lively. Like that's just the crowd I gravitate towards. So anywho, when I got there, I kind of started feeling myself. So like I said, we were together the whole year. Like everybody knew us too. If y'all went to Mount Miguel during that time, y'all already know who I'm talking about. But if you have a good memory. But anyway, so yeah, we was like locked in, me and him. But towards the end of senior year, I started feeling myself. Like, not that I felt like I was too good for him, but I just felt like it's my senior year. Like I just want to have fun. I want to go to parties. Like I don't want to be booed up, And so I started kind of being kind of mean to him. I ain't gonna lie. I started being kind of mean to him because I kind of wanted to break up with him. Anyway, we ended up really breaking up like right before prom. Like right before prom, we had called it quits. We had already had our outfits. We had already knew what we wanted to wear. But I was just like, I don't want to be with you no more. We broke up with each other. I was feeling myself. I was a bitch back then. Long story short, towards the end of senior year, I just started feeling myself. Like, I got more popular, I was making more friends, and I just thought I was that girl. We had matching prom outfits. We already knew what we wanted to wear, but like right before prom, I don't know, I was just like cool off him. We got into it and we broke up. But I had to go to prom. Like, I had to show out. So at the time, I asked one of my best friends from my old school, rest in peace, her twin brother. He was like really handsome. Now, he wasn't my type. But he was the type that I knew, like, if I brought him to prom, like, everybody would be like, damn, who is that? You know what I'm saying? So I asked him, like, I was like, Ray, ask your brother if he'll come to prom with me. And he did. He came, like, he was like a cousin. He was like, literally like more like a homeboy. Not even a homeboy, like a cousin. Like, it wasn't even homeboy. He was like family. But like I said, he was really handsome. So I knew everybody would be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Which they were. Because when I showed up, they was like, dang, okay, Radie. Mind you, I had just broke up with my boyfriend literally like that week or the week before. So when we got there, my ex, he had on the outfit that we picked out together, which was like this black and white outfit to match my black and white dress. So when we got there, like, to save face, he tried to act like he knew the dude that I brought, which they kind of knew each other because they both played football, but he did not know him like that. But he tried to make it seem like he just know him and like it's all good. So he was like, oh, what's up? Anyway, long story short, when it came time to take pictures, my ex was not having it. Like, I don't know, that was like he was not having it because I was like at the picture booth waiting in line with my date. And my ex came up and he was like, he kind of like bogarted him. And he got in line with me. And like I said, this was like my cousin. He wasn't trying to mack on me or nothing. So he was kind of just like, okay, whatever. So anyway, me and my ex ended up taking pictures at prom. If I could find it, I'll pop it in right here. But we did not come together. Like, we did not come to prom together. And we ended up leaving together. And I felt kind of bad because the dude that I invited, my date, which was like I said, he was my best friend's twin brother. So it wasn't nothing like that. But he was like, you good? I was like, yeah. So he left and, went on about his night. And I left with my ex. We went to like all the after parties and stuff together. Which I think is so funny. And it's just so funny how teenagers move. Now, as a grown woman, it would have never went down like that. I would have never invited somebody that I didn't plan on hanging out with the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Wasting their time. It was awkward. It was very awkward. And I wouldn't have made it awkward. But like I said, all these stories are like character development. Like, you have to go through these little awkward things and all these crazy like times to know how to behave. That's why play with people's time now. All this is all stuff I learned. Mind you, I graduated early too, so I was 17 at prom. This is all stuff I learned as a 17-year-old. Don't waste people's time. Don't play funny games. Don't be awkward. How to just move. Like, and it's funny because a lot of these things that, like I said, I learned at 17, people be doing now. Like, why are you in your 30s doing the type of shit that we did when we was 17? Like, grow up. You didn't learn? You haven't learned yet? I guess that's me being judgy. This is supposed to be a listen and don't judge. Listen and don't judge, Radie. Look at me being judgy. Okay, what's next? We listen and we don't judge. Y'all, okay, I'm not really a weed edible girl, but I'll dibble and dabble just to like try it, right? So the very first time I took an edible, I ended up in the hospital and almost in the psych ward because my body, I think I'm allergic to CBD or THC or whatever the hell be in there. Yo, when I tell you, I flipped the freak out. And I thought it was just me until I started hearing similar stories of people who like flipped out on that shit. So the first time I took it, it was on Valentine's Day. And the person that I was dating at the time, I lived in Florida at the time, and the person that I was dating at the time came to visit me for Valentine's Day. I guess he thought he was going to romance me with this chocolate, right? So I took a bite of it was at the end of the night. We had a great night, great time. And at the end of the night, he was like, eat a piece of chocolate. So I ate a piece of chocolate. And I was cool for like the first 30 minutes. Then, I don't know, I just started tripping. I was like, I'm high. I was like, I'm high. He's like, you are? And I was like, yeah, I'm high. He's like, you need some milk. You need some milk. You need some milk. I was like, all right. He's like, let's just go lay down. Let's just go lay down. I was like, all right. So we laid down. And I started to go to sleep. And then I just popped up out of my sleep. And I started tripping. Like, when I looked at him, I was like, I just seen the devil. Like, I don't know if my brain just went to another realm. So when I looked at him, he just looked literally like Lucifer, like literally like this. Like, he looked like a demon in my bed. When I tell y'all, I ran out of my house. I ran out of my house screaming. So in my mind, okay, so where I lived at, I lived in Orlando at the time, and at the end of my street there was a church. It was called Holy Land. It was like this theme park, but the theme was Jesus. It was like a Bible theme park. So it had like these really big statues of like Jesus, and it had like these really big, like ornate, like biblical biblical statues and stuff. So in my mind, I had to get to Holy Land to get away from the guy that I was dating at the time, who in my mind was a devil. Mind you, this is all going on high off of edible. So mind you, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I run out of my apartment screaming to the top of my lungs, the devil, the devil, the devil. And I start running towards Holy Land. Mind you, it's like maybe like 3/4 mile up the road. And I have on no shoes, no socks. And I had on like this tank top and my boobs were just out. I had on no bra. And I'm running up the street to the church screaming to the top of my lungs. And he comes running after me like, yo, like, you're tripping, you're tripping. So he's running after me. But in my mind, I see the devil running after me. Y'all, so I'm running full speed trying to get to Holy Land. It's like I said, it's like a Christian theme park. So I'm running up the street, yelling, trying to get to Holy Land. And he kept saying, hey, 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 hey. And every time I turn around, it's the devil. Like, literally, I saw a red skin and horns. And he's like, hey, hey, stop, stop, stop. Come here, come to me, come to me. So I'm thinking, hell no, I'm not coming to you. So as he's coming closer to me, trying to like grab me and calm me down, I'm running faster away from him, shouting louder, like, ah, ah, thinking the devil's getting closer to me. Y'all, baby, at one point, I just stopped. I was so scared. I just stopped. I dropped to my knees. It's crazy because I was high when this is happening, but I still remember it all. So I dropped to my knees and I just started praying. I was like, oh my God, Lord. And he came. It's like the high went away for a minute. He came and he grabbed me and he looked like himself. And I was like, oh, I'm tripping. I like came back too. I was like, oh, I'm tripping. And somebody even pulled over and started praying. They was like, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with her? And he was telling her, she was like, she's just hot. You know, she's tripping. And when the guy pulled over, it calmed me down, right? So at one point during this whole fiasco, yeah, so I came to, right? I was like, oh, I'm tripping. Like, and we started walking back to the apartment and he was like, you're tripping, you were tripping. And I was like, I was tripping. Like, I guess it wore off for a second. Y'all, we got to the house, like we walked back through the back gate. We were going up to my apartment and I just started tripping again. Like right when we were about to go into my house, I looked at him again and he turned back into the devil, y'all. And I started tripping. This time I went the other way. Like the first time I had went through the back gate, this time I went through the front gate and I was screaming by this time it was like 3 o'clock in the morning on Valentine's night. I am screaming to the top of my lungs, like, help me, help me. And just imagine how this looks to a sober person, like me with my titties flapping through the wind, screaming to the top of my lungs when this guy, a regular man, is walking behind me and I'm thinking it's the devil. So somebody called the ambulance. Like they called the ambulance. When the ambulance got there, it wore off again. Like when the ambulance got there, I just felt safe. And I told them, I like shook it off. And I was like, I just took an edible. I'm tripping, you know. They're like, okay. They put me in the ambulance. And they took me to the hospital. Mind you, like I said, he was coming to visit me. So he didn't know where he was. He had never been to Florida. He don't know where he at. He don't know where the hospital is at. So yeah, he ended up taking a taxi. I guess he just asked the taxi, like, where's the nearest hospital? Or maybe he called, I don't know. He found me somehow. And like when he finally came to the hospital, I was cool again. But yeah, but it happened again, like years later, it happened again. Same exact scenario. So I don't know if it's the edible or the edible was just showing me some shit I needed to see. How you're doing? Because I've taken edibles with others. I've taken weed with others, and that don't happen. But I digress. But anywho, yeah, y'all. So that's my little judgy stories. Do not judge me, y'all, because half of y'all wouldn't have the courage to get up in here and tell one little crazy story of yours. Or you ain't got no stories. That's why your personality is dry. And you're still making teenage mistakes in your 30s and 40s and 50s. But see me, I got all that out the way, baby. I got that out the way. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not. I still got lots and lots and lots to learn. But those are some of the little events that make me me. And there's many more. Oh, I could have done a lot more. A whole lot more. But I had to keep it, you know, PG-13. And I don't want to tell y'all all my business. Those aren't my darkest secrets. I promise you they're not. I promise you they're not. Those are just the ones that I'm comfortable enough sharing on the internet. Radie got tons of stories for y'all. But anywho, I'm going to finish my makeup because it's kind of hard to do it while I'm talking, to be honest. And the lighting is all off and I'm going over to the side. So let me finish this so I can shoot some more videos for you guys tonight. Stay tuned for the giveaways. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hey, BBs. So, best part of the video, giveaways. Sorry, I know it's been a minute, y'all. Trying to balance this and work, and I'm not getting the videos out as fast as I want to. But I'm gonna bust out this last week of work, and then I'm gonna hit y'all with videos and giveaways back to back to back. I've been tired. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I've been tired. But here we go. Giveaway 3. Let's pick our winner for our 4K camera so I can get this out to you guys hopefully by Christmas. So in the box here I have these names. So if you hit me up and you said I'm in under the video, you only did the first part. So these people here, not only did they comment below I'm in, but they either hit me up on Instagram or they emailed me. Now in the giveaways 1 and 2, I forgot to include my email, so I apologize for that. I didn't realize that not everyone uses Instagram. So going forward, you can either hit me up on Instagram or email me so that I can reach back out to you if you're a winner and get your address. But you guys are only doing, a lot of y'all are only doing step one. You guys are saying I'm in, but you guys are forgetting to hit me up on Instagram or either email me. Because if you win, I can't find you on YouTube. I'll never be able to find you again. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta hit me up on either Instagram or IG so that I can contact you. So these are the people in the box. Like I said, it's only 8 or 9 people. So I'm gonna just do it old school. We're gonna shake, 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 and then pick our winner for our 4K camera, all right? So here we go. Mix them up, mix them up, mix them up. And I'm gonna pick whoever this is. Let's see. So our winner is, drum roll please, Mantra. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So this is our winner. So I'll be reaching back out to you to send you your 4K camera. Congratulations. Now, if you want to enter the giveaway for this video, this is giveaway 4, okay? And it will be the set, the pajama set that you guys saw and that I'm actually wearing right now. So it'll be your own set. It's in a size large, okay? But it does run a little bit small. So I would say it could fit, it's like medium large, like right up medium or large. And it is stretchy. If, you know, you got a little belly or, you know, a little booty, it will fit over all that. So if you guys want to enter giveaway 4, which is the thermal pajama set, go ahead and same as before, same as all the other giveaways. Under this video, just comment I'm in, hit me up on Instagram right here, or you can email me. My email will be down below in the description box, and we will be drawing these, let me see, when should I close it out? We'll close this one on Wednesday the 18th, okay? So you must, all entries must be in by Wednesday the 18th if you want to win the thermal pajama set, okay? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree for me. I've been an awful good girl, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight.